Tinubu governors agree on state police war on food crisis. No quick fix for spiraling inflation, says experts. Banks induce customers to convert dollar to account, convert dollar in account to Naira. Nance tackles ASU on student loan scheme. CBN asks banks to withhold IOC's export proceeds for 90 days. Edo expect credible APC candidate from tomorrow's shadow poll, says Uzodimma. Okay, which story are we starting with?
So the CBN, they are making me happy this time. They have put in place measures to ensure shoring up of dollar liquidity in the Nigerian FX market. Number one on the list is that IOCs would no longer be allowed to just export proceeds of their sale from oils. So the banks are expected to withhold the export proceeds for 90 days, within which they will be made to fill a form as part of procedure. I want to read the Yibo, and this thing go and hang.
Yes. Before they used to take the whole 100%.
Yes, they go 100%. Now they can only do 50%. But even with that, they will withhold the entire sum for 90 days, under which they will fill a particular form on the basic prerequisites before the money can be taken out. Within this period of time, of course, we have some power to use the money within that time. And also, they have been directed that the payment of personal and basic travel allowances by banks should only be done electronically via electronic channels and no longer with cash. So a lot of improvements and measures that they are putting in place. This administration, let's not lie, they have really done a lot of things to just, bring
policy.
Amazing policies. But you see, Nigerians, some people have thrived on the corruption over the years, and they would hate to see these policies just change their winnings. So they will fight it. And what we are seeing, the level of cost of pricing and high cost of living, Nigerians to give up this your foreign taste. Let's, complement their efforts and let this economy improve. We can't continue.
That policy actually is not the most, you can smile at it, but it won't be good for us, because we are looking for FDIs. People should come and invest here. You're not telling them they cannot collect their money when they want to collect it because of the economic.
In fact, it's such a good policy, they should extend it to networks.
There are different ways
those foreign networks.
But there are different ways of investing. They can actually come and trade. There are different ways of investing. But in a related story, said concerted policies on forex, power and transportation would tame inflation and engender a stable economy. Experts say the National Bureau of Statistics yesterday released its latest inflation figure, showing that inflation rate rose by 98 basis points from 28.92% last December. According to them, there are no quick fixes. The spiraling inflation may take more time to abate, which is what relates to what you're saying, that times will continue to be hard for more time. However, they believe that these policies would actually eventually help to stabilize our forex market. The key agreements, including a reinforcement of security forces and consideration for establishment of state police, collaborative actions to improve food production and others, will eventually help ensuring that we stabilize cost of food and forex supplying.
There's also another. Doesn't mean we should be at their mercy. Other countries do this, and they still run their businesses there.
Yeah, so still in line with our policies, banks now are inducing their customers to sell the foreign currencies domiciled in their branches.
It's okay.
Yes, and they are saying they have developed platforms to sensitize customers on how the dollar deposits in their domiciliary accounts can be converted to Naira. They sent a note to customers that some of the banks said the domiciliary account holders can change United States dollars in their account to Naira directly in their internet banking platform. So there's usually a standard regular transfer, an instant. It's going to be instant. It can be instant. You just change it, and the service is available between 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mondays to Fridays, excluding public holidays.
If you have
customers are expected to log into the internet banking platform, go to the FX transaction portal and select their FX sales, and then it's converted. They pegged the rates at 1,450, which is not as high as the black market. Black market is about 1.15, yes, 1.510, yes. And they are saying that aside from the fact that the limit is just 50,000 that you can move at once in a day, they are saying it's not compulsory. They are just appealing. If you want to, you can change your money. But if you also do not want, it's okay to leave your money.
You cannot withdraw the money.
USD, yes, you cannot
You can
withdraw.
transfer.
Even at that.
But you can
You
transfer.
can transfer.
So
I don't know if they've changed the transfer modalities, but the idea is that they want to show up our current
so if you want to travel now, I can't withdraw dollars.
This for me is a good policy because what we realize is many Nigerians are saving their money in dollar, which is showing that you are trusting the dollar more than you are trusting your own currency, strengthening the currency. But some people, like I put dollar because I'm paying for my
services,
my ads on social media.
But
so
you can transfer those payments. You don't have to withdraw the money.
I need those payments to continue to go through to the international ad companies. But if you go and withdraw now, they don't have dollar to give you. They don't have pounds to give you.
But why don't they sensitize us or incentivize?
Give me black market rates.
No, the Naira. I used to have people who would rather invest their money
hot topic
in treasury bills, but the percentages is so small, so they rather save their money in USD.
I have a story. Sorry, the president had a meeting yesterday. In that meeting, the president, the vice president, the national security advisor, the inspector general of police, and the director general of the state security service, all the ministers, agriculture and information, and this was an emergency meeting. The topic of conversation is insecurity and war on food crisis. The challenges of the food crisis has become a major concern to the president. So this emergency meeting was to address it. And so they had the security heads as well as the ministers for food, so that, for agriculture, so that we can resolve the issue. They said there are lots of banditry and kidnapping is affecting food production as well as the security challenges affecting food production. The president believes that food can be produced locally, but if need be, he's willing to okay importation of food so that we can resolve the food crisis that we have right now. They've also come strongly against the hoarding of food and those that are restricting free flow of food within the country. The president also said that the governors have agreed with the president. They've agreed on state policing. They said the modalities will be worked on. I know we've been on this matter of state policing for too long for us to still be working out modalities. We need to shore up our security so that farmers can go to the markets and food can begin to flow. We have too much arable land for us to be importing food.
It's a major hot topic for us because, there are a lot of young people out there, youth that are unemployed. It's sometimes for us to now use them as for police officers within the state and even regionally. So we have the manpower for state police. It's just for its resources that remains. Now, let me just move on quickly now to the punch. OPS rejects food import, backs clamp down on hoarders. Naira trades 1,498 Naira to the dollar at official market. CBN tackles racketeers. Abductions. FG governors brainstorm on state police and forest guards. Wigwe, U.S. deepens probe as Senator Kolade visits family. Man in custody for allegedly killing neighbor over goat. Tanker operators threaten to stop petrol lifting on Monday. Okay, let's take one story.
The human interest story. Yeah. So these two men, one Ajibola and one Akisoya, had a little argument over a goat. So according to the report, Akisoya had beaten Ajibola's goat to death. He had put dried yams to make a lubo in his compound to dry up, and the goats from one of those bred by Ajibola walked into his compound and ate some of it. He caught the goat, beat it to death, and he was confronted by the owner for doing that. And then that led to an argument. He called some thugs up to beat the owner as well. And then while beating the owner, they poured alcohol into his hair. They beat him. He became unconscious. He was rushed to the hospital, referred to the general hospital, and he later died. And the police have arrested Akisoya, and the 3 accomplices are nowhere to be found. But this is such an annoying one. This person has
from
more than
a to goat killing and human being death.
He kill goats, he still kill human being. Kill like kilo throw.
All right, let's go on a short break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.